Alright anime fans, let's rev up the engines because today we're talking about a forgotten gem that brought speed, sparks, and pure childhood hype, Crush Gear Nitro. Now if you thought spinning tops or trading cards were wild, Nitro said, nah, screw that. Let's throw mini mechs into an arena and make them clash like gladiators. This isn't just a toy-selling anime, it's a full-blown adrenaline rush where every match feels like a war. Crush Gear Nitro picks up after the events of Crush Gear Turbo, but with a fresh story and new cast. The world of gear fighting has exploded in popularity, and now it's not just about local battles, it's about international tournaments where the best of the best bring their machines to the ring. In this sequel, we follow Koya Marino's younger brother Mahito, who steps into the spotlight to continue the legacy. Unlike Koya, Mahito starts off unsure, more naive, but with an unshakable love for gear fighting. Alongside his teammates, he rises through the ranks, facing rival teams across the globe and proving that Nitro isn't just a sequel, it's the next evolution of Crush Gear. Now, let's talk about the characters that show up in the sequel. First up is Mahito Marino. He's the protagonist, and actually Koya's little brother. Mahito's a passionate but honestly pretty green fighter who's gonna learn what it really means to be a gear fighter. And then there's the rival fighters and teams, just like Turbo. Nitro is packed with all kinds of rivals. You've got the cool-headed tacticians, the hot-blooded power types, and even some international players who bring their own unique fighting styles. Each one really pushes Mahito to step up his game. Oh, and let's not forget the supporting crew. Mahito's friends and team members are always there, acting as both mechanics and motivators. They remind us that no gear fighter wins alone. It's always a team effort. Now let's dive into the power system. So here's where Nitro really amps things up. The power system of Crush Gear isn't just about who's got the coolest toy. It's all about the synergy between the fighter, the machine, and their technique. There are the gears, which are basically the machines themselves. Every single Crush Gear has its own design, its own weapons, and its own specialty. Some are all about brute force, others focus on speed, and a few are made for those tricky maneuvers that keep everyone on their toes. This series introduces Nitro Boost. This is the new evolution in the series. Fighters channel their energy and strategy into their machines to unleash Nitro Mode, which is like a powered-up state that boosts speed, attack, or defense. You can think of it as a kind of super move that can totally turn the tide of a match. And then there are the special techniques. Every gear fighter's got their own signature techniques. These are devastating finishing moves that are totally unique to their gear. So it's not just about who can hit harder, but really about they strategize and pull off their technique at just the right moment. And it has fighter spirit. The series always emphasizes that the bond between fighter and gear determines victory. Without heart, trust, and guts, even the strongest machine is just a hunk of metal. Coming to the battles, the fight scenes are where Nitro shines. Imagine like roaring stadiums, crowds screaming, and mini-mechs slamming into each other at breakneck speed. Nitro fights are faster and flashier than Turbo, full of glowing effects, spinning assaults, explosive Nitro boosts, and clutch reversals at the last second. Every match feels like a mix of martial arts and racing, where tactics matter just as much as raw power. Now let's dive into its themes. You know, like its predecessor, Nitro is more than just kids battling toys. It's really about legacy and growth. We see Mahito living up to Koya's name, but also carving his own path. It's got friendship and teamwork at its core. Victories here aren't just one-man shows, but the result of trust in your squad. And the classic never giving up. The classic hot-blooded anime spirit, even when your gear's on its last wheel, you push through with pure determination. Now coming to animation and music. The animation is clean and energetic, fitting for the early 2000s vibe. The battles have that metal-on-metal impact that makes every clash feel intense. And the soundtrack? Pure fire, full of rock beats and fast-paced tracks that scream Saturday morning hype. Now why it's worth watching? Well, because Crush Gear Nitro delivers that raw, unfiltered childhood adrenaline. It's a perfect blend of sports, shonen spirit, and mechanical warfare. You don't need to be a kid to enjoy it. The rivalries, the drama, the upgrades, and the fights all pull you in. Final thoughts. If you loved Beyblade or Metabots, Nitro gives you that same thrill but with its own mechanical soul. It's proof that sometimes the smallest machines create the biggest hype. At the end of the day, Crush Gear Nitro isn't just about spinning machines, it's about passion, rivalry, and never giving up, no matter how tough the road gets. It's one of those forgotten gems that deserves a place in your watch list if you truly love underrated old-school anime. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe for more underrated anime content you don't want to miss. Catch you in the next one. My Gear Fighters, let the battle begin.